Okay. We are rolling. Ready for the full morning kitty routine. Wide screen. Head mounted. Here we go. That's Cricket. That's a ding dong. All right. There's a Freedy. We must take attendance in the morning. That's an Oreo over there. Those are Angle. I think we're good. Okay. Here we go. Step one is gather the bowls. Gather the bowls and take attendance. We will start by, oh, there's a yin yang. There's a yin yang. Yin yang. Yin yang. Yeah. Okay. Back here in this room, we get the bowls for Mama and Yin Yang. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the camera too to make sure the shot's good. So back here, we just have their two wet food bowls. Right here we'll pick up some crumbs. They also have a water bowl and a dry food bowl. You can leave those here. You also have a fountain over there. There's Cricket. We pet Cricket. We pet her. Pet her. Pet, pet, pet. Okay. Bring these bowls in here. We pet Oreo. We pet Oreo. Oh, Oreo bites. Be careful, she's a biter. There's Mama. Mama's still a nervous girl. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, pretty girl. Yeah. Can't get some pets? Little pets? No pets this morning. Freddie, be careful. Don't you mess with that squirrel or chicken. Come here. Get down from there. Good bad girl. Come here, bad girl. Yeah, we're here.
Never underestimate the power
ADP.
to give someone by believing in them. More importantly,
Never underestimate the power you give yourself by believing in you. Okay. Now we come downstairs. Sorry, I'm not going at a high speed here so far, but you can do all this much faster. Now we come into this room and we have, there's the light on right here. This is Geo Boy. This is Ding Dong. Ding Dong. Geo Boy. Good morning, Geo. How are you, buddy? He's a happy boy. He spends all of his time in the basement. He never comes upstairs yet, but hopefully we'll get there. But he's a very friendly, happy boy. He'll probably be scared of you, but he loves Ding Dong. And he loves Fluffer Nutter, too. Here's the Fluff. Fluffer Puffer, Fluffer Puffer. Good boy. He hangs out here a lot, too. Okay, have we seen everyone? Cricket. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We've seen Freedy, Oreo, Yin Yang, and Mama. Yep, that's all 8. Oh, I don't know if you can see outside. There's Big Boy on the mat. Big Boy out there on the mat. Cricket, no, we're not going out there yet. Are you crazy? Hey, buddy. Hi, Geo Boy. You're a good boy. You're a happy boy. Ding Dong and Geo, they're a good pair. Okay, so down here, we have a little food area here. This is for Ding Dong and Geo and Fluff too. So we'll just take these 2 bowls in the front are for the wet food. In the back, they have a dry food bowl and a water bowl. We'll leave those. We'll take these up. Hi, Mama. Poor Mama's still nervous all the time. She's a happy girl. She just still not very sure of us humans. A happy girl. Happy girl. Okay. And then we'll get whatever bowls are over here. Sometimes there's 2 or 3. Today there's only 1 because you'll see I clean them up as we go. All right. Now, time to clean. Wear the gloves. I always wear the gloves. Saves my hands and makes everything easier. And don't worry about schmutz. Gloves on. Okay. So now we'll take these 3 bowls are clean from last night because once they're emptied, once they eat up everything, I go ahead and clean them to get a step ahead. There's 1. That's good. These green ones are nice, but they have these holes in the bottom, so sometimes water gets trapped in there. It's annoying. These are outside kitty bowls from last night. We let those soak overnight, and then we just do a quick rinse, and they're good to go. Usually don't have to scrub these at all unless they're really nasty, but you'll see how I kind of scrape them as we go, so that just a quick rinse does the trick. You'll have a lot of dirty outside bowls in the morning because the raccoons jack everything up. Usually only a few at night. All right, now we clean the inside kitty bowls. First, we'll just scrape off the remains into the trash. I'll empty these out for you, don't worry. Recycling trash. And we'll just scrape the excess here. Make them much easier to clean. So if you don't scrape, you'll be scrubbing to try and get them clean. Okay. Scrape. I know it probably seems excessive that I clean all their bowls every day, but that's what I do. Keeps kitties happy. Happy kitties who get nice fresh food and don't have to eat off dirty plates and have clean litter boxes. They're happier kitties and they get along better. They're healthier and they live longer. Alright, so now we'll let the water run a second here to get hot. Our tankless hot water heater is cool, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer than normal for the water to get hot. So while we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and start to dry these. That's good. Then we'll just spray a little in. As you see, I did a squirt of soap on each one. Then we'll spray each one. Let them soak just for a minute while we dry these ones. Dry, outside kitty bowls, dry. I think everything's still recording. Okay, these should clean pretty easily. They only have to soak for a minute. Scrub, hot water. Scrub. This one's always a little, get stuck on a little more. Scrub. Scrub-a-dub-dub. This one's kind of needed to soak a little longer today, but that's alright. Doesn't have to be perfect. None of this has to be perfect. Feel free to improvise. Treaty likes to help with everything. Now we go to the cold water and rinse, rinse. Don't want the kitties to eat any soap. Rinse, rinse. Rinse, rinse. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Maybe I'll speed up this part in the video, a little time-lapse situation. I'm not sure how much time I'll have to do editing. Okay, now we'll dry. We'll set the main 5 bowls over here. That's the 4 green ones and the white one. Used to be 5 green ones, but someone broke it. The 5th one. There's a happy mama. Oh, there comes a yin yang. Yingy, I call her my little Josh Allen because she's always leaping over everything and everyone. She's a leaping little leopard. Little leaping leopard, Yingy, aren't you? The Oreo. He's being a little friendlier lady. She's very social, but she likes a nose boop. Nose boop? Boop. But if I touch that fur, she'll swat me. Oh, there's a floofer boof. Big boy, big boy. All right. Okay, bowls are clean. Now ready for the food. I will set all the food out on the counter, broken up into meals, so you don't have to like guess at which cans to grab. But the standard meal that we'll go with this morning is 2 kitten chickens, 2 Purina Pro plans. Actually, we'll go with this orange one. So 2 kitten chickens, 2 Purina Pro plan essentials, 1 Purina Pro plan kitten is on the bottom row, or I'll set all of them out, don't worry. And then 1 of the digestive brands. I did this purple one last night, so we'll do this green one. This is Digestive Health. So 6 cans per meal, 6 cans per meal. The 2 chickens will go for Fluff and Ding Dong. This kitten chicken will go for Oreo and Fruity. These 2 Pro plans go over here. These are for Geo, Mama, and Yin Yang. And then this one also gets split between Oreo and Mama and Yin Yang. Anyway, I'll write all that down. But anyway, let's bring these back over here. Mama's on the counter, pretty girl. Yeah, don't be nervous, pretty girl. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Now we're just going to open all the cans. Use the spoon to open the cans. Save your fingers, because there's a lot of can opening. Just take the spoon, stick it under the tab, and you can pull it up. And just drop the lids right in the sink for now. Open everything up. Lids in the sink. Open everything up. Okay, these 2 always want theirs first, and they actually eat mainly this kitten chicken or kitten salmon, but the kitten pate one. So we're going to split that between 2 of the green bowls for Oreo and Fruity. Actually, Cricket's been eating this one a lot lately. So we're going to try and give one of these to Cricket. So next we're going to do the digestive. And we're going to do about half of a digestive one here. We're going to give this one to Oreo. We're going to give this one to Fruity. Here, Fruity, over here. There you go. To eat at Oreo's butt. This one The other half of the digestive is going to get split between Mama and Yin Yang. So this plate goes to Mama. This blue bowl is for Yin Yang. So I get like a quarter of the digestive bran. Then we're going to go with the two Pro Plan, what's it called? Not pate, but chunks or whatever. And we're going to do about 2/3 of a can into the silver one. That's for Geo. Then the other can and a third we're going to split here with Mama and Yin Yang. So, there, take about now a third of this can here. So they have 2/3 there. And 2/3 here for Mama and Yin Yang. And they are ready to go. Yingy's always very whiny and very eager to eat. Mama and Yingy, here we go, bubbies. We'll bring them back to their, oh, they knocked over the scratchers. Back to their room. They're always very ready to eat. Yingy gets the blue bowl. Mama gets the plate. We give Yingy a little nose boop, boop. Mama nose boop, boop. Go ahead, babies. Cricky. Okay, we'll give Cricket hers next. Actually, we'll scoop out the chicken first. Oh, Fluff wants some chicken, I think. Oh, Freedy, don't eat the chicken. Eat this one. Here, Freedy. You'll have some leftover chicken. Don't worry. Okay, we'll rinse the spoon real quick. As you see, I just threw the empty cans in the sink for now, too. We'll do a full can of chicken into each one of these blue ones. One of these is going to go downstairs. The other one's going to go to Cricket and or Oreo. Freedy already got into both of these cans, I can tell. There you go, Fluff. Eat, eat. Fluff doesn't eat a lot of wet food, so whenever he's going for it, it's a good sign. All right, now for Picky Cricky. Sometimes she eats this pate, sometimes she eats the chicken. Wherever she's sitting, I'll just offer her both. Come on, eat. Good girl, good. Now Freedy and Oreo are probably gonna clean up that other chicken, which is fine. Eat, you little monkey. Oreo ate most of hers. All right, now finally we'll take the silver bowl, which is for Geo. Oh, Fluff is still eating. He usually doesn't eat this much, so I'm gonna let him go. You gonna keep eating? Good boy. Let's actually take this chicken downstairs for Geo. Since Cricky's eating the pate. We'll take this this chicken, not for Geo, for Ding Dong. I mean. Ding dong, ding dong. So these guys always get, you know, it's a little confusing, gets mixed up a little each day, but I always get a silver bowl of Pro Plan for Geo. And, and a green bowl of chicken or possibly tuna for Ding Dong and Fluff. There you go, boys. Good boys. Still rolling up there? I think so. That's my good boys. That's my good boys. All right. Okay, so all the wet food is down. Everybody's eating. Now we'll do the dry food. Oh, Fluff finished up. So here, you want this chicken, Oreo? I know you want more chicken. Okay, kitten inside dry food is in this bin right here. 2 scoops for, you know, need a backup scoop. Sometimes I leave it sitting around the house. This is 2 different kinds mixed together, so I maybe mix it up a little if it looks like it's not mixed evenly. So 1 whole scoop should do it for all the upstairs kitties. When you're here feeding them twice a day, we don't need to give them any extra. So we'll give them just a little in each bowl, basically just enough to cover the bottom of the bowl. This will be their snack after they eat their dry food or their wet food to get them through the night. And then this little less than half a scoop. We'll go back here for Mama and Yingy. They get a little more because they eat a lot throughout the day because Mama's getting fat. She's getting a fat girl. I like when the feral kitties get fat. All right. Now we'll do a dry scoop for about a half a scoop here. It's gonna go down for Fluff and Dong and Geo. Okay. Fluff and Dong and Geo. Hey Fluff, got dry food for you. Oh Geo, you ate all that up. Kitties were hungry this morning, so I fed them early last night. And they ate it all up. You're a good boy? You're a good boy? Yes, you're a good boy. Okay, while we're down here after dry food, I'll go ahead and do the litter down here. So set that there for a second. Then come in here. Downstairs kitty litter is here. Just 2 boxes, both feline pine. We have this for the poop, this for the pee, and then the scoops are in here. They use this biggest one the most, so I'll pull out this gray scoop. Seems to work the best. Open the trash can. Now this, no poop in here. This might seem a little tedious, but we're gonna scoop out some of the pea dust. So you can see right there, there's some pea dust. If you scoop out this sawdust as we go, see that's mostly sawdust, not many pellets. So if you scoop out the sawdust as they pee, at least the best you can, then you never have to dump out the whole box, which is a huge pain in the ass. See, there's a lot of sawdust there, so we'll just scoop. As long as your scoop gets mostly sawdust, you're good. If you're trying scooping sawdust and you're getting mostly pellets, then you don't need to be scooping anymore. Yeah, this is not bad. It's still almost 90% pellets, so we'll just smooth it out. That one's good. This one they barely use. Of course I say that and they'll probably use it a lot while you're gone, but I don't even bother to scoop out the dust here because the lid makes it difficult. I don't have a trash can over here or whatever, so once a week when I take out the trash, I scoop the sawdust out of there. But there you go. Downstairs litter is good to go. Downstairs wet food and dry food is good to go. Let's see how their water situation is. They have a water bowl there, which looks fine for now. I know I didn't change it yesterday, but I changed it the day before. So try and change the water every other day, basically. And then they also have some water cups over here. This one here, they drink a lot of, and Ding Dong just spills it everywhere. So I'll probably top that one off today. And then they have another one up here. Same thing, could use topping off. Okay, so we will do some water. Hey Yingy, good morning Yingy. Did you eat your breakfast? Happy girl? Okay. Set this back here for now. We'll need this one more time for some outside kitty stuff, you'll see. So we'll leave that lid off there for now. We'll do waters real quick. This measuring cup right here I use to do the inside kitty water. Then I fill it up from the fridge filter here. It's still rolling up there. All right, let's go ahead and top off those glasses downstairs. Ying Yang's just gonna come, I mean, Ding Dong's just gonna come and spill most of this, but whatever. It's what he does. Top this one off too. And I hope this is still recording. I can't really tell from here. Oh yeah, looks like it is. Alright, refill. Gotta time lapse this part. Do 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 do. No kitties to look at right now. Bring this water back for Mama and Yingy. They also like to play in the water and spill it quite a lot, especially Ying Yang. Or what are you doing in here? You on cleanup? This bowl I can see looks pretty nasty. So we'll just take this, dump it in the sink here, do a quick rinse. And you don't have to fill it. Oh, there's a hair. Get that hair out of there. Fill about halfway. You can take the rest and fill this fountain, which gets low pretty quick because they play in it all the time. Over here, it's the plug. You can pull this apart to stop it. Otherwise, if you try and pour the water in while it's going, it will overflow and get everywhere. You have to pour pretty slowly in the top. And that's good. As you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, it's about half full. I probably would go ahead and do another cup in there, but it's got plenty for now, so I won't waste time now doing that. And then the last water stop would be these ones, 2 bowls here, and the fountain. Fountain has plenty, the bowls are mostly full, so we're good with water for now. Like I said, I'll refresh the fountains before I leave, so you shouldn't even have to touch those. And then just top off the bowls or change them out like once while you're here. Okay, and we got their food, now we do some cleanup. We'll pick up these bowls, now that everyone's done. We'll do a little cleanup consolidation. Someone get the spoon back. The kitty feeding spoon always stays right in here, so I use the same spoon every day. Someone got goop in here, so we're gonna clean that up. Get the goop out of there, get the goop out of there, because that will just get nasty. Alright, so leftovers here we're going to consolidate into one bowl, whatever this kind is here. And we can wash those and get them ready for next time. And a little bit of leftover chicken we just kind of put into a nice pile so they can get it. And this stuff will all be gone by tonight's feeding, guaranteed. The chicken I always put over here, and the leftover pate I put over here. Okay, cleanup time. First we'll rinse the cans. Hot water from the sprayer. Rinse all 6 cans. Clean can stay aside. 2. These are gonna go into the recycling in the back here. Rinse, 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 rinse. And the lids, rinse, rinse the lids, rinse, rinse the lids. Good. Now we'll get these cleaned ready for next time. Easy to clean when the food's still wet. Rinse them out. I usually do a quick squirt of soap too. Just a quick scrub. Nice and clean for the kitties. And rinse. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Okay, so those are all clean and ready for dinner tonight. All the wet food is done, all the dry food is done, all the water is done, downstairs litter is done. Now we do upstairs litter. What happened? You guys like your new scratchers here? You're knocking them all around? All right. Downstairs or upstairs litter. Oh, in this room here, we have 4 Breeze pellets boxes, 1 Feline Pine box. They use pretty even mix of all of them. The Breeze boxes are the easiest, as long as no one has diarrhea. If someone has diarrhea, these are kind of a mess. But as long as they're eating the same food consistently and no one's crazy stressed out or anything, everyone's been good. So, okay, you can see some poops in there. We'll scoop them out, shake off the pellets. Poop in here. Pee goes in that one over there. Then there's an extra big trash can too if you need it. So shake off the extra pellets. Drop the poop in here. Pellets. Enjoy this poop here. And then try, if there's any like really poop covered pellets, I try and pull them out. Sometimes with the gloves, I'll even grab the nasty pellets, but this looks pretty good. Oh, see, like this one's kind of got some poop on it, so throw that in there. Helps keep everything fresh. And then for the pee, all you have to do is check this pee pad. This one's pretty dirty. We'll replace this one. But it's been a week since I replaced this one, so you don't have to do this much. Once a week for each one, pretty much. On the big ones anyway. There's the little ones I use more. But yeah, just pull that out. Dump it right in there. And then over here, our fresh pads. Grab one out of here. Open a new package if you have to. Drop the pad in here. Boom. A week's worth of pee. Done. Super easy. Way better than the pine. Eventually I want to get them all using just these. A little poop in here. Shake off the pellets. Drop it in there. Get out the pellets. They don't need pellets to cover the whole thing, basically. Just the middle section. These are a little low on pellets, but I could probably add a little, but I'm not going to do it right now. But I'll get them all stocked up before I leave, so you shouldn't have to add any pellets. This one's not too bad with the pee, but you see it's more on this side, and this side's not used, so what I can do is just turn it around. And then if they pee in the same spot, it will even up on the pad. No poops in here. Pee's not bad. No poops in here. Ooh, peas. Again, they go right on the ends, but I'll turn it actually. Probably has another day in it. All right, now this one's kind of more of the pain in the butt. Pull the top off. Scoop the poops. I gotta just eliminate this from rotation eventually, but I think I need one more big Breeze box first. Keep a paper towel handy with this spray. Try and keep the scoop clean. It helps from getting the poop all over the clean pellets that are still in there. Just help keep the scoop clean. One more little poop. Trash can right here. You can just throw that little poop in there. That one, you really have to use this one for the poop because that one's way more smell proof. This one is not. But this one's fine for the pee. So again, we'll just kind of look for the spots that have the most sawdust. Do a lot more here. Throw the pellets out of the way best you can. Gather the sawdust up. Now we're just gonna scoop the sawdust right up, drop it in here. Scoop the sawdust, drop it in here. And it scoops right up, even with this slotted thing. You just gotta be a little careful when you're transporting. But believe me, doing this is way easier than dumping out the whole thing and replacing it all. And it saves on litter, I think. But see, once your scoops are more pellets than sawdust, then you're basically done. So now let's bring it back out, see if there's any more heavily sawdust sections. Right there is a good chunk. Still got mostly pellets there. Oh, there we go, there's a bunch right here. Scoop all the sawdust out. That trash can's almost full, so I'll have to change it out. So I need a bigger trash can here. I was using that one to scoop the sawdust in, but I really need one with a lid because the pee starts to smell too. Plus when that would get full with sawdust, someone would get into the trash can and poop in the trash can, which is kind of hilarious, but gross. Okay, so plenty of, this one's nice and clean. Close that. Probably could add a new scoop of pellets in there. So we're done with this. Hang this back here. Flush the poop. Just close the lid. Pull the trap door. Give it a shake. Make sure everything falls in. There you go. Add some pellets here. There's a cup in here. Probably do 2 scoops of pellets in here on top. There we go. I'm gonna put this thing back on. It's a little tricky to get this lined up. There we go. Paper towel can go in there. And then last thing, it barely even needs it right now, but the vacuum is right here, so you can clean up any, do a quick cleanup on some debris. I wouldn't even do it like this normally, like it's in really good shape. Sometimes I drop a lot of sawdust or whatever, but just to show you the vacuum's right here, and you can easily clean up messes. And I'll leave this attachment on there for you. Okay, upstairs kitty litter done. Inside kitties are done. Food, water, litter. Cricky, look at Cricky in the house. Little squirrel, little squirrel. Okay, now we're gonna do outside kitties. Let me check this thing's still recording. All right, we're still rolling. I think that was a good take, at least for the inside kitties. All right, outside kitty time. Let's go ahead and wash off the gloves because we were just doing litter. Now we're switching back to food. I'm gonna use soap. Okay. To start with outside kitties, this is kind of, only do this in the morning. But out here on the porch, there's food out here, and Mama and Cheesecake spend a lot of time out here on the porch. So you can do this after the other part. Oh crap, I'm like looking for my phone. Normally, I'll do that after actually, because I think Mama is in that box right now, and I don't want to go out there and spook her. So when I go down to put the food out by the shed, she'll come down. And then when I come back, I'll put a little food and water out here on the porch for them. So anyway, now the full spiel for the outside kitties. First thing we do is get a bag. If you're reusing a bag, sometimes I leave some right here. Otherwise, sometimes I use paper bags, grocery bags, but I'm out of those right now, so we'll just use a plastic bag from in the chicken here. Just grab a plastic bag. And again, I'll set all the food out so you don't have to guess. But we'll do basically the standard daytime meal is two Friskies right here, and then two of these Rebels. Two different tuna ones here, two of these. So this is all that half price food I got recently, so we're kind of mixing this into. They like this one, they didn't like this one so much. This might end up being mostly raccoon food, but whatever. This is daytime, 4 cans, 2 big cans, 2 little cans. Again, I'll leave everything out. Get the spoon in the bowl, get the clean bowls into the bag, and then we'll grab the water jug out of here too, which will be full from the night before. I only use this water jug to water the outside kitties. We'll set these. We'll stage everything here on this table to go outside. And we'll grab one more big cup of water. Still need a better system for the water outside, but you'll see. It's a work in progress. Maybe I'll change that a little. So we'll fill this up just with cold water. This is gonna go into the old shed actually. So here we go. This is everything that needs to go out. We'll put our shoes on. Now, most important thing, the whole time you're here, don't let any kitties escape. Certain kitties like to try to escape, like that gray one right there. Even these two. Mama has getting a little antsy when the door opens lately. I bet you when it's you, no one's gonna come anywhere near the door when you're here because they're just gonna be spooked by someone weird being in the house. But don't take any chances. Do not take anything for granted. And just be vigilant. Do not let any kitties escape. It will be a nightmare for you and for me. I guarantee it. So this is the method to keep kitties from getting near the door, escaping. First, we tell them, Freddie, while you're standing near the door, go over there. We're gonna open the door. We're gonna open it just enough for me to back out and no extra room. And we're gonna keep eyes on the kitties while we're doing it. Make sure there's no kitties hiding around the corners or nothing here. And then we're just gonna move the stuff from this table here to the table outside on the porch. So open the door, keep your back to it. Don't open it all the way. Say, get back, kitties. We'll move everything right. Oh, there's the mama kitty. There's a big boy. And we'll move stuff out. Get back, kitties. Moving stuff out. So you should have the bag and the waters. And then today too, I have the stuff that needs to go in the recycling. So I'll grab that. And I can usually carry it all at once if I do this. And then I can loop the bag there and we'll grab this. Now we're off to feed the kitties. The outside kitties, here we go. Mama, good morning, mama girl. Good morning. She's so pretty, look at her. Big boy, Edzo boy. Hey, Edzo. All right, seen 3 out of 4 already, just cheesecake. I saw cheesecake on the cameras this morning. Drop this stuff in the recycling here. Didn't mean to just throw it in there. Cheesy, there's Cheesy. All right, all 4 kitties accounted for already. That's a good morning when all 4 kitties are ready to go. Happy spring day for the buggers. Mama. So that's Mama, Cheesecake, Edzo, Big boy Edzo, and then Big Daddy. Not sure where he went, but he'll be here. We just saw him. All right, we'll set that there and we'll bring everything in the shed. Right here on the right is the food staging area. I'm gonna make sure I'm still rolling here. Still rolling? Still rolling. This is a good tick. Hi, Cheesy. Hello, Cheesy. Cheesy doesn't let me pet her anymore, and it's very upsetting. But we're getting closer lately. Okay, first I'm working on a good system for this water dispenser. I can't really leave it down all the time because the raccoons trash it. Looks like someone even threw some dirt in there. So, hey, big boy. I'm just gonna dump what's in there because there's a lot of debris, and then let it refill with cleaner water. But we'll leave this in here. So I leave food in the shed during the day to kind of get them to come into the shed. But at night I have to take the food out of the shed so the raccoons don't come in and get used to it being here. So move that water down here, and now we'll come pick up the bowls. Pick up the bowls. Cheesy P. Cheesy. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. All right. Oh, that water stayed clean all night. That's a miracle. So we'll leave that one. We'll pick up all these bowls. Greenhouse is the main feeding station now. I'll leave it open like this for now. If it's raining, then you can just untie these and let it flop down. They can go in and out through the flaps here. But if there's no rain, I leave this open so it doesn't get too hot in there, and so the bugs don't get stuck in there. And I don't know, we're still working on the best method. But we'll pick up all these bowls from last night. That's the camera too. There's also a camera in that box. There's a camera there. Okay. So now these are all dirty bowls that will go in the house. First let's empty the bag. Clean bowls, more clean bowls there. Take out the cans of food and the spoon. Then for the dirty bowls, I'll kind of try and get most of the debris out so we don't bring it in the house. So scrape all the debris into one. Don't have to do a lot, but just try and, minimize the debris that you're bringing in the house. This one will probably, that one's pretty dirty. We'll clean that one. And we'll just kind of fling this out here and whoops, flung it right into the house. That's all right. All right, so these are all dirty. This one I use for the dry food every day, and if it's not too bad, I'll just reuse it. Kind of wipe it out with a paper towel. Paper towel is always here. So these are all dirty that will go in the house. So we'll put them in the bag. And now we'll prep the food. 4 bowls for wet food. Use the silver bowls or smaller plastic bowls. So we have 4 for wet food. And then we'll do, I think, 4 for dry food. So 1 for dry food greenhouse, dry food shed. Let's do another one for dry food treats. Actually, this one looks nasty. We'll bring that one in the house and wash it. Oh, duh. I just picked up the dirty bowls. Dry food treats. And then we'll do another plastic one for wet food for the old shed. Put a little wet food in the old shed. And then we'll do one more dry food for the second greenhouse. So I know it seems a lot, but I give them a lot of options, and then there'll be enough dry food to last pretty much till tomorrow morning. So in this bin is all the dry food and treats. Got it screwed on tight, but it is raccoon proof. So treats, we'll shake the treats. Tells kitties food is coming. Here's some treats. This is some fancier dry food that someone gave me. So that kind of count this as treats. And then this cup. So we'll fill up the cup. Scoop of the cup. And we'll fill up this one most of the way. And then these we'll just kind of do about halfway. 2 of those. And then this last one is for treats. So we'll put just a little bit of that in there, like treats. Then we got some of these treats here too, just probably whatever I have available in there. Throw some of those in there, so that's kind of like a treat bowl. So these are done. Hey mama, that's a boy. Good girls and boys. Happy babies. I'll throw some of these temptations in here too. I just take a handful and put some in the dry foods with them, so they have a little treats with the dry foods. Treats with the dry foods. All right, now the wet foods. And the same routine. We'll use a spoon to pry them open. Throw the cans and lids in the bag to go in the house, and we'll do 1. Good tuna, good tuna. They've been eating this higher quality stuff lately. Try and give them some high quality stuff. 'Cause, again, healthy kitties, happy kitties, don't fight. Live long, don't wander. And then these 2 big cans of Friskies, I'm going to split 3 ways between these 2 bowls and this plastic bowl that I'm going to put in the old shed. So I'll put about 2/3 in there, a third in there. Paper towel just helps from getting goop everywhere. We'll do a third in here. And then this will go in the old shed. The old shed is like the halfway house where the new ones come. Cheesy. So let's put this down. Small dry food and small wet food will go in here. Hey, Cheesy. Here you go, Bubba. Make sure that fills up with water. Cheesy, you gonna let me pet you soon? All right, now these will go, let's do 2 dries and 2 wets. These will go right into the greenhouse. Hey, Adso boy, you're a good boy. Adso likes to be pet. So put these here. If you want to, it's easy enough to walk around the back side and put stuff in from the back side. If you want to do that in order to get the bowls out too. Less reaching, the better, right? Where'd Adso go? I want to pet him. And then final one will be, oh no, that goes in the shed. Actually, I confused that. Let's put wet food here. And I wanted to put just the treat bowl here. Hey, mama. Put the treat bowl here and put this other dry food over here. So they have lots of options. Let's do another water bowl too. I normally don't leave the water near the food because, again, the raccoons put the food into the water and make a mess. But during the day, I can leave a water bowl in here. There you go, bubbies. Look at that. Three kitties all eating in the greenhouse. You okay, buddy? He used to never be anywhere near me, and he's getting pretty brave now. Adso, Big Daddy Oreo, Mama Cat. Cheesecake. Cheesy. What you doing, Bubby? All right. Okay, so New shed stuff is done. Now we'll just do the old shed. We'll do a scoop of dry food for the old shed. And then we're gonna carry down this wet food we prepped, this cup of dry food, and this cup of water. We'll go down to the old shed. Old shed, old shed. Kitty kitties, anyone in there? Gotta kind of duck under here. And then you can set stuff here. Pick up dirty bowl from the night before. Reset these 4 small silver bowls. These little holders, the raccoons always toss them the night before. And we'll fill these with dry food. This will last all the way till tomorrow morning, basically. I'll check it tonight, but pretty much 1 cup. It's perfect for all of them. And then the water. See what the raccoons do to the water. It was fresh water yesterday, and they just savage it. So we'll just dump the water out. Make sure there's not too much debris in there. And, oh Jesus. 1 cup of water here is a perfect amount for that bowl. Get this food. Take the dirty, these. There we go, old shed done. Oh, it's a beautiful day to be a kitty in the springtime. Edsel boy. I'm gonna try to pet Edsel. Nope, he's going back there. Cheesy, get over here and eat, Cheesy. Cheesy is kind of a loner. She loves Mama. She doesn't really like anyone else. She kind of comes and goes on her own. And she doesn't even let me pet her anymore. It's very upsetting. But she seems pretty happy and healthy. What are you doing, Cheese? All right. So that's it. We're pretty much done. Cleanup time now. Treats back in here. Treats bag. No treats. Cup goes back in here. Screw the lid on tight. Dirties in the bag. Throw this in there. Didn't use much water. Got leftover water. That's not really normal. Everything's good. By the way, if you're here after dark, there's a lamp right here. I can control all this electronic stuff remotely, so I'll handle that. There's an iPad over there if you want to play music or something. Sometimes I play music while I'm out here. The passcode is, if you need a passcode, it's 0000. Anyway, I'll write all that stuff down. But that's it. Yeah, outside kitties are done. Let's close this. Cheesy, what are you doing, Cheese? All right, close the shed back up. That's it. Good kitties. All 4 kitties here this morning. Everyone's eating. That's a good morning. That's good stuff. So all that's left to do now is a little bit more cleanup. And then we're done. All right, going back in, same routine. Be careful of kitties. Sometimes they gather by the door because they know I'm coming back. So we're gonna open it just enough to get in. We're gonna say, get back, get back. No one's there, all good. These 2 are already in relax mode. All right, now just a little bit of cleanup. This can go back. Actually, I'll set this down, top this off a little. Squeezed a little bit of it, not much. This goes back in the fridge. Hey, Yingy. Hello, Yingus. Hello, my little Yingus Pingus. Yeah. Okay. Cup can go back up here. These all just basically done. If the bag is not too gross or ripped, I'll reuse it tonight. This one's not bad. So I'll just kind of crumble it up like this. Kind of shove it back down in here. And I'll know to use that tonight. But you can just throw it out and use a fresh one every time if you want, but just try and conserve. Plastic bags aren't as easy to come by as they used to be. All right, so now just a little cleanup. We'll throw the trash out, kind of sort the bowls out from the cans. We'll rinse the cans, rinse the spoon. Done with the spoon, lids in here. Rinse the cans. 4 cans. Rinse. Put the little can into the big can to save space in the trash. 4 lids. These go into the recycling, which is due to be taken out. And then last step here is to wash these bowls, but we don't really wash them. We're just going to kind of rinse them, let them soak, and then they'll be ready to go tonight. So I'll just give them a quick spray, squirt, fill. Spray, squirt, fill. Spray, little schmutz, squirt, fill. A little extra. Hot water, here's the hot water. Spray, squirt, fill. Spray, squirt, fill. Spray, squirt, fill. We don't need to spray every time, just squirt, fill. This one's a little nastier. Spray it out. Squirt, fill. Get these all in one stack here. The sink is still accessible. Spray the debris into the drain. Garbage disposal. Extra schmutz debris here. And keep the sink clean. Garbage disposal. All right. That is it. We are almost done. Now, as I was saying, I know Mama and Cheesecake aren't up here because I saw them down there, so we're just going to do this food. Again, very careful with this door, especially Cricket and Mama love to sneak around near this door when I'm going out. So we'll unlock here and here. We'll open just a little and we'll slink out and say, "Get back, kitties, get back." And then right here you have 2 bowls. Food bowl on the left, water bowl on the right. Usually gone in the morning. I only do this in the morning. It's good until tomorrow morning. Cheesy! I'll just dump this water here. Bring these in. Open just a little. Say, "Get back, kitties, get back, kitties." And we still rolling? Still rolling. All right, we'll give these a quick wash. A little soap there. Scrub a dub just a little. Doesn't take much, but I like to keep it clean, especially since I know raccoons were eating out of there last night. I'm not sure any raccoons got up there last night. I didn't see any on the camera. But they do get up on that porch sometimes and raid these bowls, so that's why I clean them out every day. Otherwise I tried just putting a food and water dispenser out there, but raccoons found it the first night and ravaged it, so it's gotta be a daily thing. So those are rinsed. We'll dry those. And then you can kind of tell the food bowl, the water bowl's a little cleaner. The food bowl has some like staining on it, so I try and keep them straight so that the water stays fresher. But we will fill this with water to put out there. You don't even need to fill it, about halfway. Yingus. Oh, there's a cricket. There's a cricket. Cricket always kind of comes after food and is like, I want more food. And I'm like, I gave you food. You didn't eat it. Why are you acting like you want food? Sometimes I try and give her treats, but then the other ones want the treats. And the other ones can't eat the treats because they get the poops. So you're just a little pain in the butt. You know that? You little squirrel. All right, so we got water for outside. The food bowl on top. And they will get a little bit of this inside kitty dry food because Mama and Cheesecake are the only ones that come up there. Well, mostly. And I like to know that they get some healthy food here. So not much, just like half a scoop. That'll last them all the way through till tomorrow. But when they come up here, they have a nice healthy snack waiting for them. God damn it, Cricket. You motherfucker. I'll clean that up in a second. It was such a perfect video until that. At least the glass didn't break. All right. So now, get away from the door. Get. Definitely don't open this door when she is anywhere in the vicinity. See, she kind of takes a look. All right. Slink out. And then we'll put the food here on the left, water bowl on the right. Fill the water. Dump the extra. Hey, big boy is on the mat. Big boy. And there we go. Get back, Cricket. Get back. See, you gotta be vigilant. Be vigilant. She's a bad one. She really hasn't even tried to run out the door since the time she escaped. But if she gets anywhere close and even takes a peek, then I am extra cautious. Yingy's a little scared because I just yelled at Cricket. Okay, that's it. We are done. One more thing, Leaf. One more thing before I take off the gloves and clean up this water that Cricket spilled everywhere, Cricky. I usually just come back and take one last peek at the litter before I take the gloves off because sometimes they go and use the boxes after they eat breakfast. And I want to keep the gloves on while I clean that up, but looks like everything is clean still. So we are done, except we have to clean the water now that this one spilled. Squirt. That is it. Take the gloves off. Goddamn Cricket. Throw the gloves in here. And that's it. Normally, time to relax. But first, we have to clean up the water. But let's see. How do we do? Video is still recording. 1 hour and 8 minutes. 1 hour and 10 minutes. It doesn't always take that long. I went pretty slow explaining everything and got a slow start. I bet you can do it in like 30 to 40 minutes if you really wanted. But I usually pretty much take a whole hour. Look at these babies. Look at these babies. This bad one. So bad. So bad. So bad. So bad. Okay, that's it.